The kinds of statistics data. Booklet page 16. The kinds of statistic data. The statistic data which we use in our daily life are two kinds. I have the descriptive data. They are data written in the form of description to the case of the persons in the society, as the favorite color, favorite food, birthplace, social case, the education case, profession case. I have to write a description for them. I can't write them in numbers. If I want to ask you about your favorite color, you have to tell me red, green, black. So if I want to ask you about your favorite food, you have to tell me a description. My favorite food is pasta, meat, chicken, whatever. So, and the birthplace, you have to tell me your birthplace, where. And social case, I'm married or not, or whatever. Education case, profession, I'm working, I'm not working, whatever. So you have to tell me a description. You can't tell me a number. I can't ask you about the favorite color and you tell me 1. No, this is not the answer. And here, number 2, I have the quantitative data. The quantitative data, they are data written in the form of numbers to express a certain phenomena, such as age. If I ask you about your age, you will tell me 6, 5, 10, 12, whatever. So it's a number. Tallness, you will tell me also a number. Weight, 70, 60, 50 kilograms, so it's a number. The shoe size, 39, 20, 25, 36, so it's a number also. Number of sons, I can say 3, 2, 1, whatever. The student's mark in examination, I got 20, I get 40, I get 30. So all of them are numbers. When they are in numbers, it's called quantitative data. Okay, choose the correct answer. Which of the following data is descriptive? I have age, tallness, and favorite food. Age, it's not descriptive. I can write a number. Tallness, it's also a number. So the favorite food, it's only the descriptive data. In letter B, which of the following data is quantitative? I have the birthplace, the address, the name, and the age. Of course, the age. Letter C, which of the following data is descriptive? I have the phone number, address, the weight, the mark. Of course, it's the address. I have to describe my address. Booklet page 6. Collecting descriptive statistic data. The following table shows the description of the number of the foreign tourists in millions who visited Egypt in 2009 due to their nationalities. I have here the nationality. I have French, and I have also the number of tourists in million. So I have French 0.8 in a million, German 1.2 in a million, Chinese 1.34 in a million, Spanish 2.35 in a million, and Italian 1.04 in a million, and the total is 6.73 in a million also. 1 in a million, so I have to get this number. To get this number, I have to multiply it by million. I have to multiply it by million. So to get the number of tourists, of the French tourists, I will multiply 0.8 times 1 million. It's equal to 800,000. And to get the number of tourists of the German tourists, I have 1.2 in a million. In a million means that I will multiply 1.2 times 1 million. So it's equal to 1,200,000. And the Chinese tourists, I have 1.34 in a million. It means that 1.34 times 1 million to get the number. So it will be 1,340,000. And the number of the Spanish tourists is 2.35 times 1 million. So it's equal to 2,350,000. And the Italian tourists, their number is 1 million times 1.04. It's equal to 1,040,000. And the total also, I will multiply it by million. 6.73 times 1 million equal 6,730,000. So these are the number of tourists. Let's answer the following questions. I have, in letter A, What's the country from which the most tourists visited Egypt, and what's their percentage? So, what's the most tourists visited Egypt? The country which they're most. Let's get the biggest number that I have. The biggest number is Spanish tourists, yes. 2,350,000. So in Spain, 2,350,000 tourists. To get the percentage, I will make the number over total times 100. To get the percentage, I have to get the number over the total number times 100. So the number of tourists here, the Spanish tourists, is 2,350,000 over the total number, which is 6,730,000, and then I will multiply by 100 to get the percentage. So if I did all this calculation on my calculator, I will find it 34.92%. In letter B, what's the country from which the least tourists visited Egypt? How many tourists from this country visited Egypt? So, what's the country from which the least, the lowest number, the smallest number? So it's from France, French. Only 800,000 tourists visited Egypt. In letter C, what's the number of Chinese tourists? I have Chinese tourists, their numbers is 1,340,000. So these are the number of the Chinese tourists. What's their percentage? To get the percentage, I will make the number over total times 100. So the number of the Chinese tourists is 1,340,000 over the total 6,730,000 times 100, it's equal to 19.91%. Booklet page 71. Representing the statistic data by the frequency curve. Some remarks. I have the difference between the maximum and the minimum value of the given data is called the range of this data. So to get the range, you have to make the maximum minus the minimum. And the difference between the upper limit and the lower limit of the set is called the length of this set. Length equal upper limit minus the lower limit. The range is equal to the length of the set times the number of sets. Here I have my magic triangle that the range is equal to the length of the set times the number of sets. To get the number of sets, you have to cover it. You will find that the number of sets equal the range over the length. And to get the length, you have to cover it. You will find that the length equals the range over the number of sets. The most important rule here that the range is equal to maximum value minus the minimum value. Number 1 complete. Letter A. If the marks of 6 pupils in one of the tests are 36, 40, 57, 33, and 29, and 49, then the range for these marks is equal to, we said that the range equal maximum minus minimum. So where is the maximum value is 57, and where is the minimum? It's 29. So the range would be equal 57 minus 29 equal 28. In letter B, if the marks of 5 pupils in one of the math tests are 30, 42, 59, and 50, and 35, then the range for these marks is equal to range equal maximum minus minimum. So the maximum is 59 and the minimum is 30. So the range is equal to 59 minus 30 equal 29. Letter C. If the values of the frequency distribution lie between 20 and 60, then the range of this distribution, again, the range is equal to maximum minus minimum. So here the maximum value is 60 and the minimum value is 20. So 60 minus 20 equals 40. If the values of the frequency distribution lie between 10 and 40, so 10 is the lowest value or the minimum value and 40 is the maximum value, then the range for this distribution, the range is equal to maximum minus minimum. So 40 minus 10 equals 30.